When the ego weeps for what it has lost, the spirit rejoices for what it has found. Again, when the ego weeps for what it has lost, the spirit rejoices for what it has found.
Get up, everybody move.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the newest episode of Get Your Mind Right. Very happy to be with you today, and I have a question. Who here struggles with faith? And I want you to know that my hand is up for real. Every now and then, even though I understand the power of faith, and I know for damn sure that faith is what makes manifestation possible for one's own self, for whatever they want to manifest. Even though I know that intellectually, and even though I've been practicing using faith, the emotion of faith, I still struggle with it. And what I've been able to notice in my own journey, what I've been able to notice through talking to people that look to me for answers when I have conversations with them, is that what the struggle with faith always boils down to is fear of change. And so I want to talk to you guys today about fear of change and how to better understand so that you can better combat your own version of fear of change. Now, the first thing I want to call your attention to is the fact that there's no opportunity without problems, yes? So whenever you seek to create new opportunities for yourself, know and accept the problems that will surely come with it. This will greatly improve your readiness, your sense of courage, right? And your faith, okay? It will help you stop struggling when you go to act on your plans and you go to actually even make plans for yourself. A lot of times we're scared to even make plans that are outside of our comfort zone because we already believe we won't be able to follow them. We say things like, yeah, I want to get into so-and-so, but I know I never will. Well, in order to gain the self-confidence and to gain the courage, you have to accept the fact that there's no opportunity that comes without any problems. Okay? But the flip side of that same coin is that there's no problems without opportunity. You see, every time Ufulu Child puts our services and things out there, we get met with temporary failure and temporary defeat all the time. But you see, I've learned to look at temporary defeat or temporary failure as optimization data for the next try, for the next go, for the next round. Optimization data that has come to me organically, come to me for free, and come to me in the form of what I used to call problems, right? But there's no problem without opportunity, and that opportunity is usually how you improve your approach or how you improve your thinking and understanding around whatever you want to bring to yourself. And so I want to encourage you to shift your perspective from focusing on the negative effects a problem may have on you, and shift it to what the opportunity that these problems that came have given you. Okay, so be encouraged and learn to love the fact that the problems that you're surrounded with are actually your guides onto how to optimize your life and how to optimize your manifestation prowess. Or should I say upgrade and raise the vibration and raise the potential of your manifestation prowess and powers. The second thing I want to encourage you to remember when it comes to our fear of change is that some things, yes, are very hard to let go of. Some things that have sentimental value or that created a lot of laughs and a lot of happy memories that are not serving us anymore are literally hard to let go of. Like the memory of it plays every day at least once or twice. The feeling when you see the object or objects that are in association to you with whatever you need to let go of, with whatever habit. Most of the time it's a habit that we don't want to let go of. You know, some things are very hard to let go of, but I want to encourage you with a quote that I heard Eckhart Tolle actually say on Instagram the other day. And what he said really struck a nerve in me because it allowed me to get a new perspective on letting things go that no longer serve me. And it was in relation to the pandemic that's going on around the world right now with the so-called coronavirus or COVID-19. But his video was more so addressing the fact that there's a lot of habits that we don't want to let go of when it comes to our own health and spiritual health, especially the spiritual health, that this has given rise for us to actually start to make changes. And so, very related to our fear of change. And now, here's what he said. He said, when the ego weeps for what it has lost, the spirit rejoices for what it has found. Again, when the ego weeps for what it has lost, the spirit rejoices for what it has found. So I want to leave you today with that quote, and hopefully it leaves you feeling charged up and encouraged and ready to face change. And I want you to know that change is not always changing your physical habits. Yes, that will happen because nothing physical is permanent, but changing the way that you think about yourself in the world is, I think, more important. It's like 10 times more important than simply changing what you do from day to day. You see, because changing the way you think about, and that really is the hardest thing to change, right? The way you think about yourself in the world, the way that you identify yourself. Even though our identity at any given time of day may sound quite different, there is some continuousness about it, right? Like the natural feeling of being, that's always here. But then also there's certain things about you that may not be serving you anymore, that you're not willing to get rid of. You're not willing to stop thinking about the government in a certain kind of way, or you're not willing to stop thinking about your spirituality in a certain type of box. And all of these things are, all of these habits of sticking to just what I know just for the sake of I don't want to change it, that's not a healthy way to be. And so when faced with changing things that really hit home and are really deep, I want you to remember these two things. One, that there's no problem without opportunity. And two, that when the ego weeps for what it has lost, the spirit rejoices for what it has found. Usually what it has found is inner peace, self-confidence, and confidence in the all, confidence in what is greater than what I think I am, or what I think is myself. Peace and love, y'all. So if you're new to Ufulu Child, make sure you subscribe to get more Mind Mastery content dropped straight into your YouTube feed. If you enjoyed today's episode of Get Your Mind Right, let me know by clicking that like button, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Peace and love.